Here we go.
All
Three,
right.
two, one.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Heavy Lore podcast. Holy shit, we got some stuff to talk about today. A lot of new content dropped. Some new movies came out. We both started watching some new things. It's going to be a fun one. So, obviously, you can tell by Noah's background, The Odyssey finally
Yes,
came out.
sir. Hell
Highly
yeah.
anticipated. We've been waiting for this movie for so long. I remember when the first trailer dropped, and I could not wait to go see it. This was the movie I was looking forward to most all year, over Spider Man, over Doomsday.
Holy crap,
And
really?
I don't want to say immediately what I felt, but let's just get into it. Let's get straight into it. Spoiler free. What did you think? Because I know you saw it that Thursday. I saw it the day after. You saw it opening
Yep.
night.
Opening night. Yeah, I saw it. So, first things first, preface, I want to say I saw it in standard. I know, shoot me. Um, and the memes were, it's like, oh, the Odyssey and 70 millimeter IMAX and then the Odyssey in standard.
Yep.
It's cap. It's still good in standard. However,
Yeah.
I liked it so much, little spoiler of how much I did like it. I'm going to re-see it. I'm lucky enough to be right next to a screen that supports the IMAX 70 millimeter capabilities, and all the shows were sold out for,
Yeah. I'm so
you know,
jealous, dude. I
the
wish dude, the nearest 70 millimeters is 2 hours away from me.
yeah, the ticket scalpers really got to it because I got one seat in the back at 8 in the morning in about a week from today. That's how dedicated I am to see this again. I loved it. Um, yeah, it was incredible for me. Let's get into our
Yeah.
scores before we go into it anymore. And
Yeah, I'm seeing it in IMAX. So I saw it in standard. It still looked great. I was worried after seeing those memes, like, shit, am I like missing out? But maybe I did obviously a little bit better. It still looked unbelievable in standard. So
yeah, it
I
was
can't
still
wait to see what
awesome.
it's going to look like in IMAX next week, seeing with some buddies who haven't seen it yet. So looking forward to it. Okay, should we just say our score, countdown from three?
Yeah, why don't you count us down?
All right, three, two, one, 9.1.
10 out of 10.
Dude, that's crazy to me.
This
Not
was
crazy, like in the sense like the movie's not good enough to have a 10, but it's definitely not the perfect movie. We'll get into it. Um,
I am a little bit more of a I'm not a very harsh critic. I'm gonna call it how I see it. This is one of my favorite movies I've seen in a long, long time.
well, you gave
Um,
it a 10, so that means that it's one of the best movies you've ever seen.
yes, yeah, I mean that's really how I felt walking out of the theater. It's great.
Yeah.
Um, I really enjoyed it. I really love growing up as a kid, I loved all the Greek mythology stuff. And this movie, I know there was some complaints. It was like, oh, the costumes weren't accurate to how it
No,
was.
that was anyone's smooth brain take. Anyone saying that the costumes were probably one of the best parts of the whole movie.
I
I
love
think
the
they might. I think the
costumes.
costume design might win an Oscar. Actually,
I love the costumes. One character in particular, Agamemnon with the entire
holy
blacked out
shit,
armor with the
holy
big.
aura, dude. when when the scene of the gates of Troy being opened and bro just walking in with the music done, dude, it was so peak. I think that's like top 10 cinematic scenes I've experienced in a theater.
That was fucking
Like
awesome. I got like full body
so good.
chills.
No, dude, so good.
I'm excited to
Okay,
see
so
it in the big screen. Like I'm like excited to watch it. I'm like thinking about what were the things that I was watching the movie, like going
yeah.
back, like what am I most excited to see again
Yep.
on the bigger screen? That scene is definitely one of them. There's a few
Hmm.
other ones that I'm excited to see again.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know, the reason I gave it a 10 out of 10 is the personal choice. I'm not saying this is objectively the most perfect movie ever. It's a personal 10 out of 10 for me. I'm not a movie critic. I'm not a snob who is worried about the lighting was wrong in this part and the scene blocking. I'm just not gonna kill it for that. Like I'm not looking at it like a math equation. I'm going off of how I felt, how good of the theater experience it was, how much it how much it cleared my expectations, the epic
Yeah.
moments. ton of high highs and not really any lows for me. Like, so I have a couple, the only low I had, and it seems like a lot of people feel the same way. Um, Obviously the casting. No, I'm just joking. I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
no.
No, I'm just joking. But it does have to do with the cast in the sense of that they're all super famous and they're great actors and actresses. But a couple
Yeah.
of the scenes, with Tom Holland and John Bernthal and even Robert Pattinson, I'm like, it just kind of took me out. I'm like, oh fuck, that's Tom Holland. Like it's not
Okay, well, yes, yes, I can 100% agree with you on that. I will want to quickly say, I just first of all, Tom Holland, Rob Pattinson, Anne Hathaway, incredible performances. They killed it.
no, I'm not
They
saying they didn't
absolutely
do a
killed
good
it.
job. I'm just saying like it's not their
They're
fault either.
they're
It's
yeah, I
just
know. Sometimes you are looking at it, it's like, dude, that's Spider-Man, like for
yeah,
sure.
it's like yeah,
I mean,
Robert
but it's like
Pattinson.
that's like not the fault of the movie or Tom Holland.
No,
It's
no, it's not.
inevitable.
It's no one's
Tom
fault. I'm
Holland
just
will always be viewed as Spider-Man forever now. Like, that's just how it is.
well,
But
maybe who knows if he'll do something more
well,
iconic.
how? Like what? Like what's going to be more iconic
Well,
than the
think about it, bro.
Spider-Man?
When Top Gun came out, people would maybe only thought Tom Cruise was going to be Maverick, and now he's what do you think of Tom Cruise? The mission, Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible guy?
No, I think of him as Maverick.
Okay, well, some people might disagree. I'm just saying, like,
No, dude, I maybe I think whenever Tom Holland unfortunately does a movie now in the future, it's gonna be like, can't believe Spider-Man's doing this now. It's just gonna be like
no,
that. Anyways,
I
Anne
get that.
Hathaway, I think that real quick on Anne Hathaway, I think that was the best performance of her career. I think she absolutely killed it. And
Yeah,
I thought Rob Pattinson did great too.
I
I didn't
like
think of Batman when I saw
I
Rob Pattinson.
no, I didn't either. I just thought like, oh, that's Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
Like
but he
I
killed it though. He killed it. He did a great job.
Yeah, no, he did. I hated his character, and that was perfect. Like he you want to hate that
Exactly. You
character.
want to hate him. Right.
And the
Exactly.
the um the thing I'll say though is that Matt Damon did not have that problem for me. I thought he killed it. I'm not saying this was the
Is it
best role.
disrespectful to say that or sorry, not Tom, Matt Damon doesn't have a role? And this actually might be a compliment. He doesn't have a role that is his whole identity, unlike Tom Holland. Matt Damon has been in he has so many iconic roles. He doesn't have a face. He doesn't have a one identity. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, yeah, it's not like was watching him like, oh, it's The Martian, it's the dude from The
exactly, right?
Martian, or it's
Right?
oh, it's the Goodwill Hunting guy, or even though he was
Yeah,
looked
yeah,
way different when he did that, he was younger.
exactly. But like it's like Matt, I will also say I think Matt Damon did great, but he did not the first half of the movie did not require him to the acting that was required in the scenes he was doing did not demand a lot of hard work. Does that make
Hold
sense? I'm
on,
not
bro.
trying to
What?
disrespect him. Let me phrase it. You're not understanding what I'm saying. The scenes he was in the first half of the movie were not very emotionally demanding of him because a lot of the first half of the movie was him kind of just moving around, um, like kind of being very what's the word I'm looking for? Stoic. He was like really stoic in a lot of the scenes. So he did great. I'm not taking anything away from him, but it wasn't as emotionally complex as like some of the other characters
You
like
don't think
that
being
gave good
stoic
performances.
is hard to
No, I'm
do?
not. Yeah, no, it is, but it's just not as emotionally demanding as like what Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, and Rob Pattinson had to do. But in the second half, though, there were a lot of scenes where he really had to give it his all. Like the scene where they were on the boat passing through, and then what's that specific section? Remember when he tied himself up on the boat?
The siren,
Uh,
the siren
the
him.
sirens when he and then he was like screaming and crying like that was incredible. Him in the end, when he was fighting or is it spoilers? Are we
You
still? Are
already
we this is
spoiled the Agamemnon scene, so
I
I
just
just
spoiled it
you
already.
spoiled it
I just
3 minutes in, so I'm just fucking rolling with it
We're just
now.
going with it. I just pulled a Tom Holland, whatever. All right, well here, honestly, you shouldn't be watching this anyway if you haven't seen the movie yet. It's kind of your fault. Um, that the scene in the end when he was fighting the suitors, he did great there. I know he did his own stunts for that too, so he did a great job there. That whole scene, by the way, I think was my favorite scene. the end against the suitors, that this when he's like sitting back or farming under the hood, holy peak.
That's your
And then he
favorite
comes,
scene?
that's my favorite scene. And then he comes up and he turns the bow and nails the shot. And then Anne Hathaway, Penelope, just like slightly turns over, and then it's the music like dum. It was like, dude,
I love the
best scene in the
music.
whole movie.
I love the
Yeah,
music.
best scene in the whole movie for sure, in my opinion.
I yeah, I got my favorite scene was not by far because there was a lot of great scenes, but my
Yeah,
favorite scene, and maybe it'll change after I see it again, was the Hades scene where the whole crew goes and the guy gives Odysseus the prophecy and all the dead people come up like
that
Elliot
scene's great
Page's
too.
character.
Gotta give props to Elliot Page in that scene too. She did a good
Yeah,
job. She did a good job. Or he, sorry, don't want
it's
to confuse
it's
that.
he, bro.
Yeah, we
Holy
got to be
cow.
respectful. We got to be respectful on the pod. Not trying to, yeah, but great job, Elliot Page. Um, I think that scene was great. I think besides the end scene with the suitors, I think I loved the side. There were so many good scenes.
The
The
Cyclops
Cyclops
was
scene,
cool.
the Cyclops scene was great. I will say it was a little dragged on, maybe a little bit. That was another only flaw I had with the movie is like the first third was a little slow at times, but I don't want to like knock it off too much for that because the slow the slow burn kind of in the first third of the movie was essential for the story. So I'm not gonna like knock it off for that. But the only real problem I like, okay, well, yeah, let me real quick like say my other favorite scene. It was the scene against the Giants, 100%.
Oh, the
That scene was
one,
just so
this one.
sick. Your background, yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool
Um,
too.
that the fight scenes were just so sick there when
Well,
when
they were just
Matt
getting
Damon,
fucked up.
they were just getting brutally fucked up the whole time. They stood no chance.
Yeah.
I also loved the pig scene
Yep. Where
where
the
Cersei
witch.
takes their
Yeah.
heads and just starts molding them into the pigs. It was like
That
that.
was
I loved how they threw in a little bit of horror in the movie too, which I
yeah,
love,
that
obviously.
yeah. And well, even the Cyclops scene.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I was so surprised because Christopher Nolan, that was like the most gore he's ever had in any movie, I think. When the giant was literally like munching
Oh,
off bro's
eating
limbs.
yeah,
It
eating
was,
the warrior, yeah.
dude, great scene too. But yeah, I think the giant scene was my second favorite. Dude, they nailed all the scenes of the expedition. Like every single one was nailed. I think the only two flaws I have was a little slow in the first third, but I understand why I was there. But obviously, it felt a little slow at that. Sometimes dragged on a little bit, and then Christopher Nolan doesn't make it through the patch notes for some reason. But come on, Chris, you got to fix the sound in your movies, man. There's still a couple scenes where the sound is so loud and you can't even understand what they're saying. But other
It
than
might
that,
have been the theater
well, yeah,
because
it's a common complaint with no like I've yet to see a movie where there has not been a few scenes where the sound is just so loud and
that
it's
did
like
happen. Yeah, that did happen where that people were
it,
talking and it was like boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
yeah,
And
you
I was
can't
like,
even hear
okay,
what they're
what are they
saying.
even
Yeah,
saying? It was like where I was like, where are the subtitles right now? Because I could really use those.
yeah, could have used some
But
subtitles there.
because you
Nolan
could
for
still
some reason,
hear them.
and
Yeah,
this is me nitpicking, but I had this was a major problem with me in the Dark Knight trilogy. As much as I love the Dark Knight trilogy, you and I both know how I hate the choreography in it.
yeah.
Hate it. I also hate how Nolan decided which is my favorite scene in the whole movie. It's like, bro, stop with the shaky camera. I want to see them punch each other perfectly. Like, why are we shaking the camera like it's having a seizure? Like, I want to see the hits. I want to see the damage, but stop shaking the camera. But
There
that's other
were
than that.
there was only one other scene where I thought the choreography was bad, and it was like a small scene where Elliot Page was like thrown over like a shield or something. I don't remember the exact scene. I
Yeah, and the
remember,
running was a little bit goofy. Let's be real. The memes are kind of right about that when Elliot Page is running at the beginning. They're running on the beach. It was kind of
you know,
goofy.
I haven't seen the memes. I have not seen the memes, but um yeah, that entire scene, it's not the first scene, but the that's part one of the Trojan horse scene that comes later in the movie. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Where they're, they're all inside the giant horse and they come out and they just start taking people out. that entire assault on Troy scene was awesome. That was one of my favorite scenes as well. Yeah, I got my favorite three favorite scenes was number one was the Hades scene with the
Yeah.
prophecy, him
Yeah.
telling him exactly what was going to happen. The Cyclops scene,
So good.
just the whole thing. It was like genuinely like okay, like I'm kind of scared right now. Like it was
Yeah. It was kind of a horror movie in a way. It was like there was some horror. There was a lot of
yeah,
horror moments.
there were there were certain parts of it, and then
Yeah.
the assault on Troy, just another
Oh man, see again, that's like up there with the whole dude. I might have to replace my second favorite scene with Agamemnon walking through the gate.
well that like that's I'm including that in the whole scene.
Like, yeah, I think that might have to take my number two. It's close to tied with number one.
So I like how they did the practical effects too. Like, you know, they
Yeah,
buried people in the fucking dirt with straws to
dude,
breathe.
everything Christopher does pretty much is practical.
No, I'm just saying though, like that was perfect for this movie.
Yeah, yeah. I also, you know what else I love about this? Like, I know a lot of movies are people work their asses off like for, but you can just tell that everyone involved in this worked their fucking ass off and like gave it their all. You know what I mean? I just saw a video earlier today where it was describing how the entire cast and crew like hiked up with all this heavy equipment, hiked up like 2 miles up this like mountain in Italy to get the scenes that they
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
get.
Pattinson, yeah, he had to hike up in like a bunch of gear. Yeah, I saw that. That was
Dude, like, but not just them, but the camera crew and like wearing these heavy backpacks and
yeah.
like, dude, props to them, man. They work, dude. This movie you can tell was blood, sweat, and tears, and it paid off. And I just also want to say for like real quick, anyone's saying like, dude, and we've talked about this multiple times. These idiots that are on the internet talking about like how this movie's like woke or like like we're
Bullshit,
not gonna get
bro.
into politics because we don't get into that. We're not gonna talk about politics here. But I just see a lot of people that is like that are talking, saying this movie is woke and like complaining it's how it's like Hollywood slop. It's like you're insufferable and you're an idiot, and you should probably just go watch the movie before you even have an opinion about that. There's nothing woke in this movie. I don't want like
Nope.
I'll even say I don't like woke I don't like woke shit being in movies. But this had nothing. This was like
There was
nothing
nothing.
woke about it.
What
Nothing woke about it. And like
because what they casted like a black lady. Like okay, come
yeah,
on,
and first of all, yeah, and like and not just that, it's like the Elliot Page thing. It's like, okay, maybe I can see where they're coming from here and there, but it's like she was in it or he was in it. Sorry, I'm not gonna keep fucking butchering it, so I'm just gonna
bro
say
is
Elliot
oh
Page
my gosh, dude. Oh
in it
my
for
gosh.
2 minutes, was in the movie for 2 minutes,
Well,
and
and it's usually people that haven't seen the movie that are complaining about this stuff. Oh, I'm not going to see it. I heard it's trash. Who told you it was trash?
yeah,
Like
dude.
what in what way was it trash?
I want to actually personally insult somebody here. I mean, they're never gonna see it, but like Kenny KO, do you remember that guy?
What does he do?
He used to be this like this fitness influencer, and then he just went completely schizo, and
Huh.
he like only talks about conspiracy theories.
Ah, jeez. Took too
He
much
literally made a
trend.
video. He walks in the he's like, I just left the Odyssey after an hour, couldn't stand it. It's woke slop. Oh, like and it's so funny because you can tell he's too stupid to understand what was happening in the movie,
Yeah.
because he's like he literally referenced Elliot Page being Achilles when Achilles was not even the character or in the movie.
Achilles is
He
not in the
bro
movie.
bro bought tickets to the movie, didn't even he went in just to film to pretend he was watching the movie, then left just to hate on the movie. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy to me. If you don't like the movie after seeing it, that's totally fair. I could see how a lot of people actually probably would not like this movie for other reasons.
Like
But
what?
stop. Well, because some people probably like I could see like people who would think maybe they don't have the attention span. Maybe some people just don't like Greek mythology and like they're not into action Greek
I guess,
mythology
yeah, if
kind
you're
of
not into
stories.
long-winded stories, maybe you wouldn't like it.
Exactly. Maybe you're not. Maybe some people are just not into Greek mythology and action and things like that. That's not your movie. Fine. But the thing is like don't fall for any of the bullshit you're reading online about it being woke or whatever, because that's just
No,
not true.
it's not woke at all. It's not like they don't even have a chance for it to be woke. Like there's
Yeah.
no like I don't even know what they could what could have happened, and it's all
And
bullshit.
some
It's
people that I actually respected on social media who I align some of my political beliefs with, just giving the worst takes, whining, bitching, and complaining for no reason at all. And it's like, you're just like the other side now because you're like, you're so sensitive about this fucking movie. Like, get a fucking life, get a grip, dude. Like,
yeah, no, I yeah, I think people refusing to see this movie for really it was mainly what two characters that were
yeah,
people
people also don't like
were
Zendaya though,
bitching.
which I could see. I'm not a big
No,
Zendaya
no.
fan, but it's like,
Zendaya was not even one that I was on my radar.
really?
It
Because a lot of people
was
were complaining about Zendaya being, yeah, cool.
I don't know why. She was in it. Talk about someone who wasn't in it for very long. She was in it for like 30 seconds probably
No,
combined.
literally. No, literally. How does Christopher
Um,
Nolan pull off getting these major actors to be in the movie for that's aura. If you know you're good when you get somebody like Zendaya to have such a small role and Mia Goth, first of all, who's in the movie for 30
no,
seconds. She had two scenes.
she's in it for a little while.
Mia Goth? No, she's not.
Well, she has more lines than Zendaya, I feel like.
No, no, she doesn't. She was in that one scene with Rob Pattinson where they like kiss and they're like lying to Penelope. Then she had
Right.
that one scene where it was the suitors fight, and
Yeah.
she's like scared and she runs into Penelope's room. That's literally it. That's
Uh,
all she
well, she's in
does.
it
Oh
before
no, no,
that too.
there was one scene where it was Tom Holland and I forget who else. And she's like joins them at the dinner table for a brief dialogue. But
You know,
other than that, that's literally
she's in
it.
it a little bit, but yeah, no, not very
I
much.
think Zendaya is in it more.
Maybe, but Zendaya didn't speak very often. Zendaya was
Yeah,
just
they
kind of
both have
there.
small roles, but I'm just saying these massive, this cat. I mean, it's crazy that he's able. I mean, that just like no one can turn down Nolan being in a Nolan movie. You know, I guess
Yeah, yeah. People that are saying complaining anything about the cast have just got to get a grip. Like you got to just, are we serious?
just
Like
go
we're
watch the movie. Stop being a pussy and go watch the movie. I'm gonna be
yeah.
straight up,
It
real, just real. Stop being a sensitive fucking snowflake. Go watch the movie. Stop pretending you have Greek heritage that you give a shit about. You're from fucking Wisconsin.
yeah.
Go watch the movie, bro.
Yeah. It's
Come on,
disrespectful to
dude.
the Greek heritage. Like
Greek. Oh, my
it's
Greek
a fake
heritage.
story. Like it's a
Shut the
fake.
fuck up,
It
bro.
didn't
Shut the
happen.
fuck
Like
up,
it's a
dude.
fake story that someone wrote 3,000 years
It's
ago. Like it's
woke. I'm not giving them my money. Okay, Rob Jones from fucking Oklahoma.
yeah, dude. Like it's so
Dude.
ridiculous that people would refuse to see something just because of some bullshit like that. Like
Yeah,
I
dude. Holy shit. Wait till people figure out that during the Shakespeare era, all women characters were played by men dressed up as chicks and with makeup. They're gonna
yeah
freak out when they figure that out.
yeah, dude.
Like,
Fuck.
bro.
You got anything else you want to talk about as far as
No,
the
I'm excited to see it again in IMAX. I think I'll have a kind of a clear um really final to the T score I give it. I really don't see it going down. Like I might even like it more seeing it in IMAX. You know what I mean? To get the full experience visually too. Maybe appreciate more of like the cinematography and
I was
the
gonna give it a
sound.
9.2 instead of a 9.1.
Hey, bro, that's a jump, you know. But I'm excited to see it again in IMAX. I hope the people I go with enjoy it too. Even though, yeah, we'll
There,
see. I think I'm
there.
gonna like it even more. I don't want to get. I just okay. I'm not throwing shade, but some of my friends don't have the best attention span for longer movies, but I think they're gonna love it. So
It's epic. It's epic.
go see it. All right, let's wrap that up. Let's go to the next thing.
Well, yeah, epic movie, my favorite movie I've seen this year. Speaking of another contender for potentially my favorite movie.
Oh yeah.
So today, we are filming this on the 20th. The Avengers Doomsday trailer dropped. And I'm not gonna lie, I already knew what the trailer was gonna be because this trailer was shown at CinemaCon, and I'm not gonna act like I was there. I wasn't, but I do follow a couple guys on the internet that were there and talked about it and talked about the structure of it.
Yep. And there was a slight
So,
embarrassing moment for me here today too when it comes to that. So
so
we'll
yeah.
get into it.
So when I watched it, I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of cool to like see finally what they were talking about. But I've known what was in this trailer for months now since it got shown at CinemaCon. It's just cool to kind of see now. that like I can watch it over and over again. I don't have to imagine what it would look like. Do you have any thoughts? We're gonna get into a full reaction slash breakdown of it. So, do you have any quick thoughts before we get into it?
Yeah, I do. As cool as it looks, I'm really concerned it's going to be bad now, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Does Marvel have a good track record with mixing universes up and then it from different I'm not talking like, oh, Spider-Man coming back. Like I
Spider-Man No
just
Way
have a
Home?
heart. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about though.
What are
I'm
you talking
saying
about?
let me get a little bit more specific. I'm just really concerned. Actually, now I'm thinking Deadpool Wolverine was a banger, and they kind of did that there. I just am okay. I'm concerned that mixing X-Men, Fantastic Four, some of the original Avengers, bringing Chris Evans back as Cap, having Doomsday, having respected the Doomsday or Doctor Doom lore, sorry, and just having all of that in, bro's like, holy shit, dude's retarded. You know how I am with names. There's so much I'm thinking about. I'm just concerned that mixing all of this up into one is going to make it messy. So that's just my concern. I hope they pull it off. If this is the direction it's going, I really hope that it's like a 3 hour movie.
It
If this
is.
movie is like
It's 2 hours 45 minutes.
okay, well that makes a little, but still, like I feel like it's just. I hope it's not messy like in that way because they're trying to. I think they're just trying to do so much within this movie.
It probably will be
So
a little bit messy, and I think j I heard someone on the internet talk about this, and they said instead of trying to look at it like it's Avengers Infinity War, which a lot of people are comparing it to because it's this big team up versus a big threat, is if you look at it more like Avengers 1, when it's the first time all the characters are meeting each other, right? Like in Avengers 1, we get introduced to Loki at the beginning. Now, Loki was
right,
in Thor, so it's not like we had never seen him before, but get introduced to Loki, and then we get Cap meeting Steve Rogers, or not Steve Rogers, Tony Stark. We get Black Widow, Hawkeye, the Hulk, all of them coming together. Thor joining the party, and the whole movie's they're kind of fighting like the whole movie, like until the end,
yeah.
until they have to they realize until the assault on the portal in New York happens. So it's not like they were all just a ragtag group of guys from the beginning. And I think
I no, keep going. Sorry.
if you look at this movie as more of an Avengers 1 format where it's all these new characters that we've been introducing the last couple years coming together against a familiar foe. I mean, I think a lot of people know who Doctor Doom is if they are Marvel fans. Now he
Yeah,
hasn't been done great
which is
in
surprising. Doctor Doom is probably in the comics more iconic than Thanos.
yeah. I knew who Doctor Doom was when I was a kid before
So did I,
Thanos.
because I had the original. Did you have? Maybe you didn't. Do you remember? You've probably seen it though. Do you remember the? I had this massive Marvel like comic book hardcover where the front had all the Marvel characters on the front of it. Do
Okay.
you kind of maybe you
I
didn't
can
have that?
understand what it is. So
Yeah.
it like
And Doctor Doom was like the middle of it. I mean, I've read a lot of comics with Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is a really great character. But the best part about Doctor Doom is his upbringing. And I hope that they really nail it on the head. I hope they really show his upbringing as becoming an Avengers level threat instead of it's just like, here's Doctor Doom. Now X-Men are here, Fantastic Four are here. Oh, Mr. Big Bad Guy, Doctor Doom. We have to go stop him. And I hope it's like they respect. I mean, I'm not saying to make the hour and a half of it being Doctor Doom's upbringing because that would be stupid. But I hope it's not like he's just spawning there because I feel like what's the best part of his character is showing how he went from the beginning to end. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm still excited. It looks cool. It just seems messy a little bit, bringing all these universes in together. So
I was feeling a little bit underwhelmed, but rewatching the trailer, I watched it about an hour ago, right before we hopped on, so it could be fresh. I'm actually excited.
I'm excited. I'm still excited for it.
I'm actually really excited, and I think I,
I'm
I
more
don't know.
excited for Spider-Man than I am for this, though.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm also
I,
more excited for which fucking shame on Matt Reeves, honestly. Um,
bro,
the
you're talking
Batman
about
being
shit that's
delayed
not
for
coming out for 2 years. We gotta move on.
no, but can we please talk about how it's like should be a crime that it's taken him 6 years to make a sequel to the Batman?
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't the original Dark Knight trilogy get wrapped up in like 5 years?
No, like literally.
Um,
Like, Matt, what are we doing, dude? Why is it taking you 6 years to make a sequel? It feels like it's just now going to be. It's just. It doesn't even feel like it's just like this is what This is worse than what Stranger Things did.
Strange
And
Things was victim of the writer's strike. Like it wasn't even the pro that their problem.
no, but even after that, they were taking forever. It's just like it just create like it's been postponed 3 times now. Like that's unbelievable. Like just cancel it at this point. They're
So
just
has
not going to
Beyond
make.
the Spider-Verse. They're filming it. They're filming it right now.
Yeah, which I'm happy about. Obviously, I don't want to be canceled. That's like, but I'm just saying, it's just like delaying it 3 times. Maybe it's because they're trying to mix it with the new
I hope not.
DCU Batman.
I hope
I
not.
really hope not too, dude. I really hope not too because I know they're making. I'm excited for it, but they're making a Batman Brave and the Bold
Yep.
uh, movie, and I just really hope that it would be so dumb. Can we? I love the direction that they were going, where Matt Reeves is doing his own thing with Rob Pattinson. I really hope they don't do that.
The Battinson, bro.
And
That's how
please,
I refer to him now.
I really need to see proof that DC can make a good live action again before I feel comfortable with mixing good things into it.
Yeah,
I really, you know what I mean?
Superman was good. Supergirl was not
Superman was
nearly as
good.
good.
Supergirl was not great.
Even though
It
you
was
haven't
not, in
seen
my
it,
opinion.
you're
I have
listening to
seen
the
it now.
ma
I saw it a couple days
Oh,
ago,
you did? Okay.
and not great.
Yeah, not
I
great.
look, listen. They're getting better. DC has nailed, and I don't know why. I don't. Maybe this is not accurate. I don't know why DC does not get more of their animated team involved in the live action when it comes to the storytelling. DC is so good at the animated movies and shows.
Well, a lot
Some
of
of the
those are
best
old.
content
A
ever. Huh?
lot of those are older.
No, but so doesn't matter. They're still great. But bro, Batman Caped Crusader, Under the Red
What if
Hood.
people are like got moved on or like dead? Like what if that's like the
Well, maybe, but I mean, they still are producing peak in the animated department. So it's like they never miss with animated shit. I mean, they've missed a couple times, but they usually
Have you
don't.
seen The Watchmen?
The Watchmen, I believe. Wait, let me look it up before I say I
I'm
have.
gonna say you haven't because that Dr. Manhattan bracket we did, he's in The
Oh
Watchmen.
yeah.
So
Watchmen. I haven't seen it, and I actually that's something I do want to see.
okay,
I know the what I did like, and I have played was the game.
okay.
I have not seen
You haven't seen the show?
the
Or I
movie.
think there's a movie or and a show.
There's a movie from 2009, and there is a show as well,
Yeah.
which got
Um,
fantastic reviews. It's only got one season for some reason. Is there? Do we know
yeah.
why?
It's one season. I don't know. It's on HBO.
Did it
Yeah.
just take one season to tell the whole story, or did they just?
I think so. I think back in the day, bro, people were not like it was like we're putting on SpongeBob, like oh we're putting on reruns, like
Yeah.
it it wasn't really like oh let me pull up this show that's old. If it wasn't well received in '08, it's not like we're like all right in '09 we're gonna make another show or another
Well,
season.
'09. It was a movie. 2019 was the show,
Oh, well I was wrong
and it
then.
had one season, 96 Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, damn. Okay, why was there no season two? But maybe they didn't make money. I don't know. Do
It yeah, I gotta revisit that for sure.
you want to make your prediction for Doomsday? For this Steve Rogers returning?
Okay. I have a crazy ass theory.
Okay.
And I might be wrong. I might be proved wrong in 1 week when I go see Spider-Man, or 1 week and a half when I see Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in Deadpool and Wolverine that Wolverine is the anchor being, and when he dies, that starts the the collapse of universes. And well, that's why Deadpool had to get the drunk Wolverine and put him back. Is that wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so the whole concept of the anchor being dying and then the universe starts to die after that, I think that the Earth 616 anchor being, so the Earth 616 is the main Avengers timeline,
Yeah,
is going to be Spider-Man. And Spider-Man dying in Brand New Day, like I said in one of our earlier episodes, where I thought had a theory that he was going to die and then eventually get revived by the symbiote, come back after Doomsday in Secret Wars as the black suit Spider-Man. Now, back to my theory. That's what's going to start to cause the incursion. I might be totally wrong, but the universe starts to die and it starts to cause the incursion. And then the anchor being for the X-Men universe, I don't know. And the anchor being for the
maybe.
and the anchor being for the Fantastic Four universe is maybe Franklin, the kid from Fantastic Four, the son of the couple of Reed and Sue.
Yeah,
And so I think my theory on Cap coming back is he went to at the end of Avengers Endgame, he went to go live with Peggy in the 1945 timeline, right?
yeah,
Now my theory is that he was visited by Loki, okay, who is the master of the multiverse. uh, If we're following the Loki show, right?
right.
Have you seen the Loki show?
I That's on my list. Still haven't seen the Loki show
Okay,
personally,
well, Loki's like by
but
the end of it,
I think
he,
I need to watch the Loki show before Doomsday comes out.
yeah,
I need to watch. I need to rewatch. I also need to rewatch all the X Men movies,
yep,
and
yeah,
yeah, I'm caught up with all the other. I'm caught up with. I've rewatched all the Avengers movies. Um, I think the main ones I just got to focus on is X Men and Loki.
yeah. Before Doomsday comes out, I'm gonna rewatch X-Men, especially
Watching
Days of,
peak right now, X Men '97. Holy shit, so good.
yeah, we got to get into that once season two wraps. It's over soon, right?
X Men '97.
Yeah.
Pretty sure shit's been done.
Um, no, there's a new season that just came out.
Wait, holy shit. I thought that they just like released it on Disney Plus. I didn't know they just made the season two.
No, bro,
They
it,
just made season two.
yeah, like literally at the beginning of the month.
Are you sure they didn't just drop it on Disney Plus?
Why
Because
would they
bro,
not,
they made season one in 1997. There's no way they waited 30 fucking years to. Wait, am
bro?
I tripping? Are we talking about something else, dude?
Bro, it's a continuation of the X-Men animated series that ran from 92 to 97.
That's what. Okay, that's where we're confused. Okay, yeah. So I'm still watching the one from the '90s, so I'll get to it.
Wait, you're watching the old ass one? The
And
X
it's good.
No,
It's
X-Men
good.
97 is not old. It's new.
I No, I know. I understand what you're talking about. I guess I confused them. I'm watching the X Men animated series from the '90s, and then when I'm done with
Oh,
that, I'll get to X
oh,
Men
oh,
'97, which I yeah,
oh.
just confusing him a little bit. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was like,
that's where
bro,
we
I
that's
was
where
like,
we got
please don't
confused.
tell me you thought that this came out this because this came out recent as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know, I know.
Okay. Yeah,
So
but no,
okay, we kind of
yeah, rewatch the Loki show, the X-Men Days of Future Past, especially. I've heard that's not required watching, but recommended watching. So when Steve Rogers went back to live with Peggy, um, he's visited by Loki. He's like, you can't be here. You're gonna destroy the fabric of the timeline. Then he's told, but we can get you to a universe where you don't exist and you won't rip apart this timeline. That universe being the Fantastic Four universe. Steve Rogers lives in the Fantastic Four universe. That's why he's young in this trailer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he's young in Doomsday because he was old at the end of Endgame. Now, they're gonna have to tie in how he came back. If I'm wrong, they're gonna have to tie in he came back old, but that would imply like he lived through Doomsday. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Right now, they got a lot of explaining to do. But that's my theory is
Yeah.
that Steve Rogers was transported to the Earth 828 universe, the Fantastic Four universe, and uh then they get his help for Doomsday. They either Victor Von Doom like sees him and or knows he's there. It's like an anomaly.
That could happen. I could see that happening. I could see that happening for
The,
sure.
the only thing I don't like about that is sometimes it's like good to leave well enough alone. Like, why did we feel to need to give the perfect ending to a great character and then just undo it because you made
Yeah.
shit projects for 5 years in a row? I'm not saying every project was shit, but
A
it's
lot of them were.
I'm part of the majority here when I say the drop off in quality was insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And
it was expected after Endgame, right?
well, they just started making a bunch of TV shows and it didn't
Some
really
were
know like
good.
it didn't really like feel like they knew where they wanted to go. It's like we're just
You know
gonna
what's
make
yeah,
a
which is
bunch
you
of
know what's
shit.
stupid about that? Why not just take as much? You just dropped Endgame, probably the biggest box office.
Yeah, I think it is the highest grossing movie ever.
Yeah, it
It's
has to
that or
be up there.
Avatar.
It's like up there. Okay,
It, it's I
especially
can't.
if you can combine Infinity War.
Well,
So
yeah, of
why not?
course.
Why not take as many years as you want after that to just come up with something and take your time, like think about what direction you want to go instead of just producing a bunch of garbage.
I mean, that's easy to say now after they've made a bunch of shit, but like they had to think they could do no wrong. Like Captain Marvel made $1 billion.
Did it seriously make $1 billion?
Yep.
What? That's crazy. That movie was so pure hot ass.
Really? I didn't mind it. I
Yeah,
didn't think it was good,
I
but
thought it was
I wouldn't
terrible.
call it hot ass. I would
It's probably in my bottom three Marvel movies.
bottom three
Bottom three. That,
of
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
the MCU.
and yeah,
The sequel is worse.
Captain Marvel 2.
It's not called Captain Marvel 2. It's called The
Yeah, but
Marvels.
that's what it is. I don't know. Yeah, but um, the Marvels, is this what you're talking about?
Yes, I'm talking
Yeah, I
about The
remember. I
Marvels,
remember the
yeah.
Marvels. I saw the weekend that it came out. It was better. Captain
You liked
Marvel
it
1
better?
was. Yeah, I liked it better. I liked it better because it had Prince Yan in it, and then it had Miss Marvel.
I didn't like it at all.
It was better. It wasn't great, but it was better than the first one.
I thought the
I
first one
look,
wasn't bad.
Ant-Man and the Wasp was
I
is
like that
arguably.
movie. I liked
You
Ant-Man and the
like
Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yes.
Dude, it was so bland, and the whole movie was literally just them like paying attention to this box and then like following it, like it was just cat and mouse chase of a box the entire movie. It was just so stupid.
I liked
I
it,
don't
bro.
know.
I liked the villain. I liked it.
The villain was not good either. I can't even remember who the villain was. That's how forgettable this movie was.
Really? It was like the girl in the white suit. It was
Yeah, fuck Ghost, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. Ghost is a terrible villain.
I liked Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought it was good.
But yeah. All right, should we? So wrapping up the Doomsday part, we're excited. It looks cool. I'm worried it's going to be messy, but other than that, we're still excited.
Yeah, and I'll be mad if they bring back any more characters. If they bring
No,
back Black
seriously, if
Widow,
they resurrect, could you imagine they resurrect Iron Man? That will be the worst decision they ever make if they bring back
well,
Tony Stark.
the
Here's
only
why. What you were going to say?
so that if you're familiar with the Secret Wars timeline, is that their memories are wiped out. They don't, and that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen because they're gonna lose. Like they're gonna
Well, here's the
lose.
thing. They weren't like they're not always 100% faithful to the comics though. So you never really know.
but this is based off of the comic. They've said that.
Yeah, but even when but so was like Infinity War, and then
No, but this
I'm
is
still like,
directly based off of a comic run that came out 10 years ago and 20 or not 10 now, almost maybe 20 years ago,
you know, they're gonna
2013.
throw in shit that's gonna like not people are not gonna expect.
No, but I'm saying the concept of the comic is that they
They
lose
all
their
lose,
memory.
yeah, right. But like, imagine I'm just saying the stupidest thing they could do is bring back Tony Stark, and that's going to eliminate all the meaning of Endgame. It's gonna eliminate. It's gonna throw away his final heroic act and send off. It's gonna be disrespectful to the character of Iron Man if they do that.
Yep, and I think it's already disrespectful to bringing back Steve or Chris Evans
I also
as
think it's
Captain
stupid that they
America.
brought him back as Doctor Doom. Like, why are we bringing like let Robert Downey Jr. Like do other things?
Well, they
Like they
paid
could
him
find.
hella money.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, that's why he did it. I'm wondering, really couldn't find a better. Are they that like boring? Like they can't find another actor to play Doctor Doom?
Well, who else would be
I
good?
don't know. There's a plenty of people. I love Robert Downey Jr., but you had to recast Iron Man as him.
Well,
Robert Downey Jr. makes them too much money to not do it. I guess
he has an accent.
it's just gonna look like when his face is shown, it's just gonna be like this is Iron Man. It's like goofy.
They have to explain that. They have to explain it, unless they literally have him covered the entire time and they just did it so that they could get like butts and seats and be like,
It's just I think it's so they only did it to have the hype around the movie. I think literally. Do you remember that scene at Comic Con where he did the big reveal with the
yeah,
mask on
he
the
fucking
stage?
takes the mask
That's
off.
literally why they casted him. I think it's just for that moment.
You
I
know
literally
what?
think so.
Honestly, I don't even care. Like
I just don't want to be looking at him and I'm like, this is Iron Man, bro. This is goofy as hell. Iron
I
Man
think
turned into Doctor Doom.
if they're gonna show him, they have to explain it. They have to explain why do you look like Iron Man? Because Thor's gonna be like, why do you look like Tony?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's wrap that up. What's like the next? What's the next topic of discussion? I think we're almost kind of done, right? Or we've been
That
going what an hour?
that was really it for I told you today. I said we got blessed by the content gods because we were just gonna do a full Odyssey episode. It's probably gonna be a little shorter,
Right, and then we got
but
this. So
we the Doomsday trailer dropped this morning, so we
should we get into the
figured,
question of the day?
yeah, let's get into the question of the day.
All right, you want to go? I'll go first. Mine's pretty boring. I'm sorry. I actually, gonna be real, I cannot think of a really good one.
Bro is yet to have a good question of the day. I'm just joking.
Dude, my first one was pretty good.
I
I
should have
think.
said
I don't.
prepared. I should have said a good prepared question of the
Yeah,
day.
I just gotta remember. I'm gonna like tomorrow like think of like 10 just so I can have 10 for the future. Okay. I kind of like this one. What is your biggest movie hot take? Do you have one? Or I could have another question if you can't even think of one.
Okay, my biggest movie hot take. I don't know. It's not really something I'm thinking about all day, every day. So I might have to. I off the top of my head, immediately it's about The Godfather. I'm gonna get dunked on by the old
Yeah, well, we
heads.
kind of agree there.
I don't think The Godfather is the greatest movie of all time. I don't
Yeah,
think it's
not
even
even
close.
close.
I don't even think it's
People were just
close.
scared of them to disrespect the mafia, so they all said it was the best movie ever.
I know that like I've talked to a couple people about it that are like older than me, and they say like what the time it came out, it was really something that people had never seen before. And I can kind of understand
Understandable.
I can understand that like oh like polite society had never seen like the dark side of the mafia life. And then that
I'm
way
s-
I
yeah.
can see that. I don't know. For me, I don't think it's the greatest movie of all time. I don't even think
I'm
it's top
I'm
20.
surprised you didn't say one that we both even agree on as well. That is that Spider-Man 2 is the most overrated superhero movie of all time.
Well, just so yeah, because people say it's the best. Like it's a common take I hear that people say it's the best live action Spider-Man movie. It's
Not even
not.
close.
It's
It's
not.
not. Guess what? I have an even crazier hot take that will make people go crazy. I even like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than
Bro,
Spider-Man 2.
invite us on the Escape Pod podcast right now, because then what's his name? Non-hat guy. The guy with the
He would
spider
flip a
hoodie.
shit. He's
He
gonna
would
flip a
he
shit.
would no, he would
Who the
love you.
fuck wants to watch? Look, I still like the movie. Okay, it's a good movie. It is not even a top five superhero movie though, out of all everything. And who wants to like? Here's my biggest thing. It's like, who wants to watch a Spider-Man movie where, for half of the movie, he has no powers and he's a bitch the whole time?
It's kind of like the
Like,
modern state of like superhero television though. Like
but bro, it's
I'm
like
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
he's
I'm
not
just
even
saying that
Spider-Man, it's like the very beginning he's Spider-Man. Pretty much the massive chunk of the movie he's not Spider-Man. Then he's Spider-Man again in the end. It's just like it's like watching a movie. It's really watching Peter Parker like being a normal human being, and then and
I
then
I think
it's
that's
like
kind
that's
of cool. I think that's kind of
yeah, but
cool.
it's like that's there's no way you're saying that that is like what like the best Spider-Man movie because it's like come on,
No, it's not my favorite. It's not the best. It's
one was better. One was better than two.
I yeah, I can get down with that. I just yeah, Spider-Man 2, I guess overrated, but it's not bad. Like I'm not saying it's a
It's not
bad.
bad. I'm not saying it's bad either, but for like the amount of praise it gets, it's so overrated.
Yeah, I think the probably the hottest one would be like The Godfather. People saying that
Yeah.
it's the greatest movie ever. I disagree. Um, and then another movie hot take. I talked about it in the beginning of the Odyssey breakdown. Is that sometimes I feel like stories can be ruined or even never get made if there's not a big name attached to it. Do you know what I mean?
Like you're saying for bringing people in to see it.
Yes, but even like, yeah, even just like,
So you're saying like if the Odyssey had a cast that wasn't the one we have, but they were still just as capable of doing as good of a job as they all did, it's letting the story down because not as many people are going to go watch it.
no, it's not letting the story down. I just think, in my opinion, I think less people would have gone and seen it if there was nobody in it
I
that was
only
notable.
disagree because it's Christopher Nolan. Christopher
But
Nolan could
Christopher,
drop a 5 minute short film about a dog walking around in a circle and it would make $1 billion.
I, I disagree. But
Really?
I
I
know what you're
mean,
trying, I know
I
what you're
don't
trying
know.
to say.
You know what you
But
okay, obviously maybe not but you get what I'm saying.
I know what you're
It's
trying to
Christopher
say.
Nolan.
I know, but I don't think that
I see what you're saying. And that's why I think Christopher Nolan's low key a genius. He knew some of these casting decisions were going to be controversial, so he knew it was going to build the talk about it on the internet. I think
yeah.
this was part of his plan. I think he's like, I'm going to cast Elliot Page, and boy, oh boy, that's going to get even more people talking
Yeah, and
about
then I'm
this
gonna tell
movie.
people it was Achilles, and Achilles isn't even in the movie. So it's like
Yeah,
it was kind of a genius.
no, dude, Chris is low key a rage baiter, dude. I think that's part of his tactics to build the box office hit the score. So,
Well, how well is it performing? Like how much I
dude,
haven't even looked.
it already broke a record for Nolan. It's already the most successful opening weekend Nolan's ever had.
More than Oppenheimer?
More than Oppenheimer, more than Dark
Holy
Knight,
shit.
more than Dark Knight Rises, dude. It broke. It's already a new record for Nolan. Yeah. All right. Well, what's your okay? Your turn for the
Holy
right. You saw. I told
crap,
you.
dude.
It's already it broke. It's his most successful movie and Rotten Tomatoes. It's his highest score, I
Is
believe.
it still at 98?
It's 95 now, but yeah. I mean, Dark Knight was what 92, 93.
Yeah, so it's made 260 mil so far, and it
It's
came
gonna make
out
like
4 days ago.
$1.5 billion. No, maybe not $1.5 billion, but it's gonna definitely make $1 billion.
Let's see. The Super Mario movie. Dude, I forgot that came out this year.
I saw it. It was pretty good.
Holy crap.
It's fun.
It's already has more money than Disclosure Day.
Yeah, what a mid movie compared to the Odyssey.
It's coming
Spielberg
up.
got
It's about to pass.
Spielberg got mogged hard this year with that movie.
It's about to pass the Mandalorian movie, I bet, this weekend.
Yeah, probably 100%.
I bet it'll be Wow, Toy Story almost made 1 billion. That's crazy. I mean, not really, but
Not
it's
really, yeah. I mean, every Toy Story movie
you
is a
know what?
hit.
This is kind of shocking to me at least. The Devil Wears Prada 2 at 690 million. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because the first one was a hit, so I'm not shocked.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that tapped into that. I
But
feel like people were not talking about that as much as some of these
what's your
other
okay?
movies.
What's your question for me? Question of the day.
What makes a character great in a
Ooh, and
what,
anything?
what yeah in a film or a TV show? What is your
Well,
definition of a great character?
all of my favorite characters. So it's gonna sound cliche, but they all have very similar arcs. It's like I believe when they have a something traumatic that happens to them in the very beginning, and they slowly build off of that, and their entire persona pretty much changes by the end of the story. And they kind of redeem their own self doubt. So, does that ring a bell? Batman? I mean, obviously, his parents get killed. He's an orphan. He is a billionaire at the age of since birth, but he uses that not to. He uses that to become Batman. He uses the trauma of not having parents and being an orphan, being lonely, only really having Alfred as a friend and as someone to look up to in his eyes avenge his parents and um become Gotham's Dark Knight. Which, dude, I mean, that's why he's like the best character ever. And I
You think
another
Batman is
character
the
who's
best
like one of my
character ever?
I mean he's my favorite.
Well,
He's my
like
favorite. I
what
was about to
makes
talk
a
about Jesse Pinkman. I was about to talk about Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad because he's another one of my favorite characters ever. And here's why. Because he doesn't have the same arc, obviously, as Batman. He starts off and ends off still not as who he is as a person, but what he does. He's still a drug dealer from the beginning and until the very end, right? But he goes from the very beginning to not seeing the moral issues of what he's doing to then becoming superhuman and empathetic and emotional and at the very end of the show, especially if
superhuman?
you've not superhuman. That's not what I said. Do you
It's
thought I
gonna be
said
another
superhuman?
it's gonna be another Shyamalan moment, dude, unless I just
I think you did. Maybe I
fell into the
like hit on
back
the
rooms,
mouth.
dude. Are you
Yeah.
sure you didn't say superhuman?
I don't think I did. Maybe I actually did. We'll see when you edit it. But and then he's a completely different person, and he realizes all the things he's doing. Like he's like he sees all the fucked up shit that him and Walter did. And if you saw El Camino, did you see El Camino?
I was gonna ask you, should I watch it?
You should 100% watch El Camino because
Okay.
I don't want to say anything now. I'm not going to get into too many details, but his final character arc is revealed so well in that movie.
Like it wraps up
Like
the arc?
it wraps up his arc really well. It
Okay.
shows how night and day, uh, how night and day his character is from the first episode till then.
Okay. That's
So definitely
cool.
watch El Camino. Put that on your list.
So like you like a redeemed character?
I like a redeemed. That's a pretty way to say it, a redeemed character for sure. I feel like
Like
that's
someone
my.
who's kind of effed up at the beginning, but makes
But then
choices
they
along the journey to
Yeah,
become
very
better.
stereotypical choice, but yeah, those are all, just because all my favorite fictional characters have a very similar arc like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I also kind of like the
Uh,
opposite, the character that has it all that just becomes a piece of shit. I not like I'm just
really?
well, I just think it's very
I kind of like
interesting.
those too. I kind of like it. Is it crazy to say that that's Walter White? By the
No,
way, think
that's
about it.
literally the point of the
Right?
character.
Think about it, because Walter, he's just so selfish and he's so caught up in his own world. He doesn't realize he has a family who loves him. Sure, he gets the cancer diagnosis, but he has a happy, healthy family. They're not in danger from the cartel and other gangs. Uh, he doesn't have the law kind of always crawling behind him. He still has his family. He sure he has his issues. He has like their lives are not perfect. They're not doing great financially. He's a way overqualified high school chemistry teacher, like he says in one of the episodes. I forget which one, but he has his family, which is the most important thing, and that all gets taken away from him at the end of the show. So it's
Yeah,
like
that's like the
that's
whole point of the character. There's an interview
yeah,
with Bryan Cranston where he talks about that, where the director and the writer of Breaking Bad, Vince Gilligan,
Vince Gill, Vince Gill, yeah.
I guess either he directed one episode of Malcolm in the Middle or like I think that was what it was. He directed like one episode of it. And Bryan Cranston was the dad in Malcolm in the Middle. And he approached him. He said, I have an idea for this show. And I think he told him then, or maybe he just knew as the show went on, he's like, he's one of the only characters to get worse as the series goes
But
on.
Jesse gets better. Jesse like improves as a human being,
No, I know
even
that,
though he does a lot of fucked up shit.
but
That's
Walter gets
yeah,
worse. He has every chance to be better, and he makes the wrong
yeah.
decision. Like when
Even when he has plenty of money to do what he wanted to do in the beginning, he wants more. His greed gets to him.
like
Yeah,
what's the girlfriend's name?
Jane. There's
Yeah,
two,
Jane.
Jane and
I'm thinking of Jane.
what's the
I'm thinking of
Jane?
Jane.
Okay, I forget the
Where
second
she
one's name.
has the vomit in her mouth after they did heroin, and he could
Yeah,
save her, and he's like,
but he
"Nah,
doesn't.
I
Yeah.
need him because he's too
Hot take. Ready? Probably save Jesse's life though by doing that. Bro, he was gonna become a heroin junkie and overdose like her if he stayed with her. They were about to go off to Australia, just the two. Remember, this is the night before.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
get out of here. We have this money. Let's go to Australia, dude. If Walter did not let Jay, as fucked up as it is, I would have saved Jane. I'm not saying I'm a piece of shit like Walter, okay? But in the grand scheme of things, if you want to look at it like that, he probably saved Jesse's life because
Maybe, yeah.
Jesse was following in her footsteps of becoming a heroin junkie. He already was pretty much, and then he was probably going to overdose.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy. Yeah, wow. I didn't even I guess I didn't really think about that. I'm just saying like
yeah,
most people would consider that doing the right thing. Like saving
yeah,
someone with
obviously,
vomit in
but
their mouth that's choking.
I feel like a lot of people need to think about that a little bit more. It's like, well, Walter did it for the wrong reason, though. Walter, maybe
Yeah.
he had some care for Jesse in his mind because he did care about Jesse to a degree, but he also saw it more of a loss as he's losing his required business partner for
Yeah,
this.
like he's getting too involved with her. He needs to be more involved with me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good question. W segment. W pod. That was fun.
It was a
We
fight,
talked.
yeah. Good episode.
We'll bring up the Odyssey one more time in the future when we both rewatch it.
Yeah,
Um,
this
in
episode
the new formats. Yeah.
should come out
Wednesday,
Wednesday the
right?
22nd.
Third.
It's the
Oh, it's
22nd.
22nd. 22nd. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm sure the Doomsday trailer we're already late, but we're not the Escape Pod or Screen Rant or Sean Chandler. They're all goats, by the way, but
Yeah. We're
we're
not. We're
we're
not.
regular people. Um,
We, we're goaded in our own ways, though, brother.
yeah, shout out to our loyal viewers.
Yeah. For real.
All right, well,
Well, you want me to wrap it up, or you?
I'll let you do the outro.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. This was a lot of fun. Um, stay tuned. Yep, Wednesday we're dropping this one. You'll see it then tomorrow. So Tuesday the 22nd. You would have seen it by now if you watched them religiously.
Nope,
You're the
it's the
goat if you did that.
21st. It's the 21st
Well,
tomorrow.
oh yeah, the 21st. I know we're on different. We're still on technically different days because of the
Oh yeah, yeah,
time
you're it's
difference.
past midnight for you, my bad.
Yeah. So Tuesday the 21st will be the one that we recorded. Feels like a year ago.
Oh yeah,
We forgot to look it up. Yeah.
the horror movie episode. Yeah,
The horror movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's coming out. I guess yeah, tomorrow, the
And then the
21st.
upcoming ones we'll talk about Clayface. Definitely, we need to talk about that. We got a lot of fun
Clayface
shit to
doesn't
talk
come out
about.
for a minute, bro.
Comes out before Doomsday though.
I know, bro, but it's fucking Clayface. It's not like it's
Dude, don't disrespect Clayface. Okay, let's just before we make this too long, save this for the next
all
episode.
right, all right, all right.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys who are actually watching this from the beginning to the end. You're the goat. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Later.